lined up, dude.
Ancient Chinese secret.
Dude, it's a conjugal pod.
Yeah.
We're back.
That's what we're calling them.
Missed it.
Is it too late to tell you I don't like that we call them that?
It's for sure.
It's been way
what
too
do you
long.
want to call them?
No, it's too late.
In-person pods?
Yeah, that seems more. That seems less
No,
gay.
then we're gonna lose our prisoner status.
Yeah.
Also, conjugal. The funniest thing about calling it a conjugal pod was when we said it out loud, and old Sammy T was like, "What the hell is a conjugal pod?
What is that?" Yeah.
Should have been.
I don't think we ever explained it to him either.
No, but it should have been the name of the podcast.
Little does Sammy T know he was there for one. He was present for one. But it has entered the CRF fan.
Yeah, we can't change it now.
Yeah.
We could change the name of the podcast to Conjugal Rocket Force. Which I think would have our homoerotic fan base would go through the roof.
How much of our fan base is homoerotic though? I think our fan base is like straight as hell, dude.
No.
We got one.
We got
one gay rocketeer.
Yeah.
Who also picked the gayest amount of money he could give us per month.
When I looked it up, he definitely was at $3 still. So I think it straightened him out.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
it did, but
he put in too much.
Yeah, he put in too much.
Like I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. I cannot account for this extra $1.50.
Yeah, the internet was like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Crack one. All right, we got that one open. It's a limoncello. Ooh, Dr. Poppy.
Sorry, this one's yours. This is the one you asked for.
Hang on.
yeah. Make it even. There we go.
It's grade school rules,
Yeah,
dude.
you asked for the classical. Dude, we're already swapping spit.
Conjugal pod.
2 minutes into the conjugal pod.
It's conjugal pod, dude. That's good cola. Oh, see, that's good. That's good cola.
Yeah.
They did a good
Should
job.
I kick
on
these
that.
back? Should I? All right.
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, I'm great, dude.
Take a load off. All right.
We're in the comfort of my home. So this
Yeah.
is the least I've ever attempted to look nice for an episode.
Yeah, well, I got dressed up.
I should have ran the lint rollers over this.
I did walk
these
in.
sweatpants.
I did walk in, and you had the look and sound of nap on you still.
Yeah. I haven't washed the nap off.
No, I walked in the door. You're like, "What's up, dude?"
Dude, you can't get nap off you until you've showered. It's the only way to get nap off of you. I think.
You
go live life.
No, you're right. You got to go. No, I agree.
Yeah.
You've got to get wet, but it's either shower or sweat.
Yeah.
And
Or
what
fuck.
fuck. Hey, but if you're doing it right, gonna be some sweat involved.
Yeah. Ideal. No, I just starfish, dude.
I imagine you lay there and take it. I guarantee the back of your neck still getting a little sweaty.
Because I'm like lifting it up.
Yeah, no, there's no way you just get humped on. You don't get humped on and don't sweat at all.
No, I don't get humped on at all, dude.
You don't get humped on?
I get humped on.
Okay,
Calm down.
no. I was like, come on.
These are all
now.
just jokes, people. Come on, we're just joking around.
Dude. I'm gonna go for it. We'll get a little loose up front. Shout out Snow Roach.
Shout out Snow Roach for the Bodega Cat.
Bodega Cat, baby. Thank you, sir.
Which he did give to me with the purpose of this is for the next conjugal pod, and somehow it's gone half empty without us drinking it once on air.
Who the fuck drank this?
A couple people.
Oh, okay.
A couple visitors have taken a little bit.
Well, fair enough.
I will say a couple girls that I like to tell I'm personal friends with Sam Arill too. You want to meet Sam?
Yo, have you been using our gift to Riz? What the fuck, dude?
No, dude. No.
You've been rizzing with my half of the whiskey?
No, just my half.
Okay.
Your half is what's
I
left.
think you're out of whiskey, dog.
And I'm all out of whiskey.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Yo, your half's empty, but your balls are too. All right, what's up? This is actually good whiskey.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
delicious.
No, that's the thing. I do like the Bodega Cat Rye. We're not being paid.
No, this is actually delicious whiskey.
Sam and Mark will not see this. None of this matters. But it is good.
No, I'll railroad it to Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it up the pipe.
Let's send it through Hayden.
Yeah, I was gonna
Norman.
say normally stuff comes down the pipe.
Yeah.
This one's getting
Trickle up economics.
Oh, this one's gonna upchuck into Mark's phone. He's just gonna get a clip of us.
Yeah.
Not even from social media, an edited text message several time clip up.
Yeah. We got to make this a clippable bit that we can post a reel out of this and tag them.
Oh, Bodega Cat?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, Bodega Cat. I don't even know how to riff
So
on it.
good.
God, dude, you ever had sex in the bodega?
I mean, they could have called it neglected, malnourished animal. Have you ever seen a Bodega Cat?
Not a living one, no.
Dude, I was about to say, they feed them Slim Jims and stuff from old bags. People just come in and throw food at them.
They just toss them all the expired,
man.
scanned stuff.
It's so funny. I every time a New York comic comes to town, they're like, "You guys got any bodegas?"
Yeah.
It's like, no.
We have 7-Eleven.
And then, well, the best thing is Mike Leibowitz, who now lives in New York, is like, "Oh yeah, New Yorkers will be like, what's a bodega?" And then anybody else from around the country is like, "Oh, it's a gas station without gas."
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I'd say more specific because to me that's a convenience store.
yeah.
So a bodega is like a convenience store but claustrophobic. It's
A
got to be
bodega?
like
Yeah.
It's got to be a convenience store that you feel tight in.
Yeah,
That's kind of what every bodega
Well, they
is.
also like somehow they have Snickers, but they're dusty. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, how are your Snickers dusty, dude? This is the most popular candy.
To
on
qualify
planet Earth.
as a bodega, you have to be filling like a sliver of space between like a yoga studio and like a
Yeah.
porn theater.
Yeah,
Just like whatever was left right there in
some
that corner.
slimy landlord was like, how can we turn this into a profit?
How do we profit?
And then they have a questionably legal immigrant be like, I could probably turn
How
it
about
in.
we kill an old lady and take all her leftover Halloween candy?
let it get dusty and sell cigarettes by the one.
Keep her cat too.
Yeah,
Might as
right.
well keep her cat around.
And that's what this tastes like. Bodega Cat, everybody.
Yeah, it does. That's why we like it.
Oh, no,
Joe Rogan did not like it.
Really?
Joe Rogan actively, Norman gave it to him on air on Protect Our Parks so he could try it.
Yeah.
And Rogan tries and goes, "Ugh."
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's like smoky smooth. It's inoffensive whiskey.
No, it's totally inoffensive.
It's
There's nothing bold about it. There's no bold swings.
this is I'll tell you
know?
what, made by two guys who are actively not giving a fuck about their alcoholism. This is the easiest drinking whiskey at room temp I've ever had.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane to me.
Yeah.
Because every other whiskey.
We don't got to glaze the boys too hard.
Well, no, hey, man, I also haven't drank in a while. So
Oh, yeah.
the podcast could go off the hinges real fucking quick. But I'm just
It's
saying,
all coming to plan.
there's not a lot of burn to it.
I should say I have taken on the role of guy who tries to make other people drink a bit too much.
Yeah,
and I need to cool out on that. I'm a bit of a menace sometimes. It's just like every time, and I haven't honestly lately. I haven't been getting hammered.
Yeah.
I know the point. I know that.
I'm doing fine.
Dude, I'm finally 26 years old. I can pinpoint the moment where I'm just drunk enough, and I know how to sustain that. You know.
Okay.
And rather than going too far, I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to join me there. I don't.
Guys, everybody get wrecked. Well, one level below wrecked.
Yeah. Just a couple
Operationally
steps
fucked.
below
Yeah.
wrecked.
Yeah.
It's got to be like you shouldn't drive home, but you could.
No, you could not. I've seen where you get.
I
If
don't
you
know,
think
dude.
that is, I've gotten in the car, but that's because I'm also drunk.
I drove a couple of guys around Janesville.
Well, that's Wisconsin,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is like the last holdout of 1970s. Like, oh, what? We can't have some fun?
No, that's the time when all the drunk people come out.
Yeah, dude. Wisconsin. I
We
think,
swerve in unison.
dude. Notoriously, Wisconsin has like the most lax DUI laws in the country.
Yeah.
Where there is no 3 strikes. You can get a
Yeah.
fuckload of them.
Yeah.
As long as you keep paying those off.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, well, you didn't kill anybody, so that's $10,000. And it's like, all right.
10 grand?
It might actually be like, no, in Wisconsin, it's probably like
I
$2
thought it's
grand.
10 grand if you do kill somebody.
No, that's a road worker, and you can do that stone cold sober. And they're still going to charge you.
Dude, you can pick off a couple of road workers. That's what I want to save up for that.
Yeah.
I want to save up to Just get a couple road workers
You
out of
want to
here.
go murdering?
Yeah.
I just feel like
Just
killing.
when you've saved up enough money, you don't know what to do with it. You're like, I'll spend it on a couple road workers' lives.
I've been saving up a bunch of bust, dude. Doesn't say nothing about busting on no road workers.
I'm just gonna start an account in the FCU that's just called the road worker account, not explain it.
Hey,
But like, we saw it just went up to 10,000 and then back to zero really quickly. What happened?
I caught some busted ass charges, but we're good.
It doesn't matter. I was having fun.
Yeah,
That's
just
what
having
happened.
Fun with the boys.
I was on a long car ride and had to pass the time.
But yeah, dude. I had one of those car rides driving from old West Hazlitt to Hazlitt today, where I went through all of the emotions. Yeah, which sucks. I don't know if you've ever had a car ride where you just cycle through them all. I'm like, that's too much for
Every emotion?
I think so. I
Oh.
went from like happy to like meandering, a little bit sad, not
Yeah.
sad, but like somber,
Yeah.
and and I'm like, but I didn't feel like calling anybody either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I do. I call people to keep all those feelings at bay.
Well, I knew we were gonna have to do this, so if I called you and talked to you for 3 hours,
Yeah,
and
you'd
then I
burn
got
everything. Yeah.
here.
That has been our problem lately. We use all our best stuff on the phone calls.
or like leading up to hitting record. Like,
Yeah.
like tell that burner about RFK. Be like, nah.
Yeah, I
already
just
told
off
it to
camera
you.
told you a great story
Yeah, well,
about me trying to make a guy drink, and then I used it. It's out there already. You already know it.
yeah.
We could have faked it for the people.
Nah, I hate that.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm not
We're doing
above
this every week. We
I'm
don't
not
gotta
above
fake
that at
an
all.
orgasm. Fake a tee for the boys. Never.
Speak for yourself, dude. I'm
Yeah.
the starfisher, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you getting ridden still?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good
Yeah.
for you.
I don't know why we gotta keep talking about it.
I'm just, I'm like, good for you, man.
Thanks.
Here's something.
Yeah.
Really did a number for my self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I'm out there. I don't think I'm that handsome. This, that, or the other thing.
According to people on TikTok, we are not.
Yeah, I
handsome.
know. Well, I'm
according to right wing.
I'm TikTok ugly.
Yeah.
But I will say, I did a show
Yeah.
where I bombed. I did not
Ooh.
do well. And one of the hottest women of my life still approached me after the show. And I'm like, ooh, that does not happen to ugly comics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you close?
I did.
Nice. Dude.
Yeah. It was,
Where?
It was in Chicago.
Oh, your place or her lady's
Yes.
place?
Yeah, my place.
Oh, okay. Did you have to go somewhere else in between?
No.
You didn't have to like go get drinks or something?
Mm-mm.
It was just immediately.
Yeah, I've never done that before. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I'm a little worried.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Usually there's got to be an in between place. Usually
no.
there's got to be. You want to go do something.
Well, we hung out at the place. I'm not gonna say.
oh,
where
you
it
hung
was.
out at the place.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say where it was, but
Okay.
I'll tell you. Hey,
Does it rhyme with Schlinken Podge?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't rhyme with Sloppy Lodge.
Does it rhyme with White Pip?
What the fuck is that one?
Tight ship.
Oh, I
I'm
was like, what?
just naming all the Chicago shows I can.
No, but it was a tight boat, all right.
Does it rhyme with Raft Factory?
We are going to Raft Factory.
Raft Factory.
Andrew,
That's where we get all the Rossi.
Andrew Rang presents the Raft Factory.
We should do an API show
Sloppy
called
Poo-
Raft Factory.
Robbie Busey show.
We should, because what Will of who does the East of California show at the Lincoln
You
Lodge.
talking William Peck?
Yeah, William
Yeah.
Peck.
Billy
he's-
Peck, yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's coming to Ann Arbor in May to do East of California at Blom, and
Oh, that's wild. Who
yeah.
do you hit up to do that?
probably Yang, I'd
Okay,
assume.
yeah.
But because Yang's one.
That's fair.
I mean, who else?
Yeah, you said that.
Who the fuck else?
Pretty dismissively. Probably Wang, dude.
Yeah, name another Asian guy in Ann Arbor right now. I dare you.
I don't know. Yeah, with you
I'll
being
I'll
here.
give you the rest of the podcast to name one.
No, it's not going to be happening.
But he hit up Wang about it, and then I do think he should just call it Raft Factory because he's in from Chicago. It'd be fun. It'd be fun a
yeah,
little bit.
I think it'd be fun for the three of us.
Yeah.
The entire city of Ann Arbor would probably take note. Losers.
Ann
I'm
Arbor,
sorry,
grow up.
rusers.
Rusers. dude.
Bunch of rusers, dude. Oh my God. No, well that's cool, but no. Anyways.
I did a 5.5 hour drive.
Oh God. All right. Sorry. I went right back to sex there for a second.
Oh yeah, you want to keep talking
pal.
about the fucking you did?
No.
One of the hottest ladies in your life.
It was crazy. Yeah, I was like, good Lord.
I bet this is. I think this is what we call
hyperbole.
Hyperbole.
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
No, but God damn it, you and everybody, dude. Brett Hayden was notorious for being upset when I would date pretty ladies.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'd get so pissed.
I'm not upset. I just
too.
don't believe it.
I'll show you.
Yeah, show me right now.
I'll show you. You want to see pictures?
Yeah, we'll put a picture right here for the viewers.
Oh, we're not doing that. You know what? No. This is Patreon content.
Why? My reaction
No,
is
the
Patreon content?
paywall and pussy. I feel like that is everybody else is doing it.
Let's add a tier. That's like you can just see pictures of all the women we've had sex with.
Oh yeah, we have a new podcast called Broads We Bang.
We run out by June.
Yeah, it's a podcast that's I don't know.
It's a limited run
comes
podcast.
out once a fiscal quarter. We replay it like Band of Brothers. We're like pretty cool, right?
Then we'll add a season called Broads Brett has banged, and that'll add like another year.
It'd be like Seinfeld, dude. It'd be in syndication all over.
That'd be the
country.
show about nothing.
Oh, throwing all the boys under
What do you
the
think?
bus.
What do you think is the normal body count for like a young millennial or Gen Z? What would you consider the average? Because I don't know. I don't know the stats.
I don't know, but 6 to 14 maybe for a young
I forgot what we were
fella?
talking about. Oh, yeah. That's the body count, 6 to 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the age, you fucking
Yeah.
psycho.
No. I totally
How
forgot my
did you
question.
just forget? You
like, why the
just
fuck
asked
did
me
you-
the question.
I kept thinking about older Gen Z, young millennial in my mind. I was like, wait, what does that mean? And then he said 6 to 14. I was like, that's not it.
Damn, dude, I think the Bodega Cat's
You're probably about right.
done taking over your wrinkles.
I'd say that puts us above average, buddy. If you combine them, if you put them together.
I don't know. I don't
No,
want
I'm
to talk
kidding.
body count.
I'm joking. I'm not talking body counts either.
I will say this now. I'm at a point in my life where the higher the body count is actually a sadder number.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a sad number.
Yeah. I'm still at the age where like it's pretty sick.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
When you carve another one,
Dog,
into
once
the
you crack
bedpost,
that 2 in the first digit,
dude,
and you're still in your 20s,
I gotta tell you. But when you roll over and take another notch out, and you go, "You're not the one either," and then you roll over and go to sleep, you're like, "Yeah, all right, that's not as awesome."
Yeah, I was talking to a friend of the show, Heath, who ran by his body count with me, and I think at the time it was like 19, and it was 18, and he was like really interested in this girl that he was like, oh, I think I might be like in love with her. I think this is the one. I was like, you got to bang out one more so you come to like a nice round number. You can't spend the rest of your life at 19 forever, dude.
That's crazy. You
I think I'm just a little autistic about
numerology?
numbers.
Yeah, what?
I got like a weird thing about numbers a little bit. I count my steps
empathy
while I'm
for the
walking.
woman.
I totally have empathy for the woman. I'm like, yeah, let her get 5 in. I don't care.
Good God.
I
need another one. I need
body
another.
count on a woman's. I don't know. There's I don't know if we talked about this, but you know the lady who
You're my 19th hole. I need 20. You don't understand.
Listen, it's just jokes, people. It's just
not
jokes.
me. It's my autism.
We're just joking around. You know what I did watch? I watched the Dice Rules, the Andrew Dice Clay special.
Oh
recently.
yeah, the old yeah.
And it's so
Is that
good.
the one where he gets flashed?
I think he. Oh, does he get flashed?
I think so.
I think he does get flashed. I
Yeah.
might have been in the bathroom during that part.
Yeah,
but it is pretty sick because the whole thing is just him going like, "Hey, I was with this chick and she was sucking my dick and she asked if I could respect her, and I said, shut the fuck up, bitch." And everyone's like, "Oh!" And they're all just like, they're like cheering, dude. And the women, yeah, everyone's going crazy. But there's like literally a part, and I heard this on a podcast today too. They pointed out the whole thing gets legitimized when at the very end of it, like literally like the last 2 minutes of the special, he just goes like, hey, it's just jokes. And you're like, you know what? It is just jokes.
You know what? I'm
It
glad
is dice.
he saves it at the end.
He
there.
does.
He's
Really,
not
he really comes
because
through.
weirdly enough, now that he's like an older man who I think has daughters,
Yeah.
he does. He's like, yeah, I didn't mean a lot
But
of
he
that.
still does the character.
Sure,
He really did Jekyll and Hyde himself into like being like, I'm just dice now.
Every
Because he's a
time-
Jew,
dude.
and he's pretending to be this like what's his actual name's like Andrew Zebowitz or some shit.
Andrew Dice Clay was in the IDF. That's crazy.
Hey, hickory dock.
Get out of your hole.
Yeah.
A knock knock. Mortar's coming.
Hickory dock. I'll kick the Palestinians in the cock.
Oh my god.
But I was gonna say there's that lady who
Did you see that video I sent you?
was it Shane? Oh, they're talking about Lev.
What?
Did you send me the one of Shane talking about Lev?
Yeah, but about the sandwiches. No, but I was talking about did I send you the video of like the one? Yeah, I called you on the phone about it, about my beautiful Arab princess that was being absolutely hounded.
I didn't watch it yet.
Oh
no.
man, it's so tough.
Should I watch it right now? Should we do my live reaction?
No, we can save it. We'll save that one.
We'll watch it between this and the Patreon.
Yeah,
So we can
for
talk
sure,
about it
because
then.
it's tough. That's a tough video. Dude.
Okay.
I saw it, and how I saw it is a couple of nice, beautiful Arab ladies followed me. Fans of Osama, not Bin Laden. Basal,
right?
Our friend. Shout out Basal.
Oh, you think Basal can hook us up with some beautiful Arab ladies?
Yeah, he's got insane charisma.
Osa, come on.
I was
Come
hanging
through
out
for
with
your boy.
Okay, dude, check this out. I was hanging out with Osa last night. He came in reeking of the good sense. That man was doused in so much cologne that I hugged him.
Yeah.
We do a real embrace. I stayed on him for a couple of seconds. We whisper sweet nothings in each other's ears.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful moment. We part ways for a little bit. Talk to other comics. I went up to other comics and they're like, "Damn, you smell good, Lou." And I was like, "Yeah, I just hugged Osama, so I think I picked up some of his aroma." he wears enough that if you go skin to skin on his neck,
you'll pick
taking
some up.
with.
And then the Arab ladies follow through.
It's crazy.
They follow.
It is crazy.
They're just
yeah.
like-
Here's the thing. If you're down bad,
Yeah.
you just got to go to like I was gonna say a Hudson's that hasn't been around since the 50s, but go to like a Macy's. Just go to that scented counter and be like, "Give me a bottle of $50 cologne." You're in.
Hell yeah.
In
dude.
like Flynn, dude.
I'm using this cologne I bought at a 7-Eleven right now.
Yeah, you got convenient
Got it for
cologne?
$7, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's worked out
What's
fine.
it called? Roller meat?
Yeah. I just took it. I
Big
just,
gulp. Yo, put this cologne on. You're gonna get slurped down.
I just took a steak and egg taquito and rubbed it underneath my ears.
You don't want those Buffalo Ranch cows? Just say out there, "Hey, big stuff, let me get a hold of your meat roller."
Yeah, dude. It was literally every time I go in there, it's like that scene from Magic Mike when Joe Manganiello's like, he's dancing to "I Want It That Way."
Dog, I don't remember that movie well enough.
It's a great scene. Great movie. Actually, I think it's specifically Magic Mike XXL, the sequel.
I've not seen it.
It's great. It's a great movie.
I'm sure.
Let's not watch Heat tonight. Let's watch that.
I was going to say it was direct to your open homosexuality.
Oh, come on. I'm sick of this fucking...
Nobody said you're gay, dude.
No, I'm just sick of it. You can watch some jacked guys in a good movie, and it doesn't make you
rock
gay.
hard.
All right?
As long as you don't act on it. Dude, guys get boners.
No, I watched it totally flaccid, but was like, this is a good movie.
Yeah, but were you actively Keegling it shut? Or
No.
Were you relaxed?
Yeah, I kept going, shh, shh.
No,
Down boy.
All right,
Shh.
here's the thing. If you were watching it like one whiskey deep, just totally relaxed.
Yes, as I was doing it.
And
How else do you watch a movie?
Boys, it's XXL time.
I was gonna say, in regards to body counts, there was.
All right.
Do you remember that lady? I don't know if she like made headlines because she was like an OnlyFans girl, and she got ran through by like 1,000 guys in one day.
Oh yeah. Well, no, because there was like two. There was like the
There
younger.
was one lady who did like 700.
No, there's. Well, I think they're in a horrific race for the most peen
in one day.
But one lady was like a British porn star or OnlyFans.
Yeah, I
model.
remember. She was like, "I'm about to get run through."
I
by-"
did 100 in one day.
She seems so sweet.
I'm like,
dude.
honey, baby, rookie numbers. And then meanwhile,
and then after like number 400, I remember her just going like, "I'm not feeling too great right now."
I'm telling you,
like,
she did 100
honey.
at first and like felt awful. This was the
Oh.
British.
Oh,
lady.
that was just 100. Okay.
Yeah. it
Then
was
the other lady did 1,000.
And then what's the dirtier, trashier version of a Brit other than an Aussie?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this Australian
Hell
was
yeah.
like, hold my beer. Nah, I'm going to chug it. And then I'm going to get absolutely rifled by 1,000.
Get 1,000, man, up in there.
Absolutely incredible. My
Absolutely.
minge is going to be so fucked.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Getting rooted by 1,000.
Put it in me.
Have you ever heard rooted?
Yeah, I've heard really.
Yeah, I was going to say, I do love an Australian gal.
Yeah,
I
me
got
too.
to tell you.
Let's get you a spunk all over my teats.
They went Scottish. I've actually, you know
Maybe
what?
it did.
I think, humble brag,
Yeah.
I think I've been with most of the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
You know, the
Good for you,
Isles. The Isles of
Oh,
Canada.
that's-
Why
that's
is that
awesome.
making you? Oh, my God.
No, it's super cool. I'm really happy for you.
I'm not telling you no cool.
Most of the Commonwealth. Okay, so like rattle them off. What are you talking?
It'd be the UK,
Yep.
Scotland,
Yep.
Ireland.
Mm-hmm. Wales.
No, I don't know if I've had a Welsh gal
Oh, dude,
yet.
you're missing out, brother.
Yeah, that's got to be the most clumsy pussy on the planet.
It's the Gerald Ford of
Just
pussy.
a real cantankerous puss. A Welsh pussy?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, man. I feel like it'd be like orc puss. Real cockney puss.
All right.
Get down there and have a
Brother, you can have your laughs.
Right. I'm not against. Hey, listen. If there's anybody from the Isle of Man or Wales that wants to prove me wrong
Yeah.
and not clumsily ride on me, okay, I'm single.
Yeah, yeah. No, you are.
It's. I will say this. It is weird being. It doesn't matter. It's lame. No. So okay. So we got everything except Wales and the islands there. Are we splitting Ireland between free and occupied Ireland?
Of course we are, yeah.
Okay, then I haven't had occupied Ireland. No Belfast.
But you
Bush
occupied
for me.
some Ireland.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I was IRA in some bus. So okay, so no Belfast Bush yet, and no New Zealand, but Australia.
Oh, I've had New Zealand.
You've had New
I
Zealand.
had a Kiwi girlfriend when I lived in Thailand.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Sweet girl.
No arms, huh? all head, jumping around.
I remember watching with her. We were watching TV at her place, and the Catwoman movie with Halle Berry was on.
Yeah, how do you not get all
Well,
randy?
I was like, oh yeah, this movie's like known for being bad, and we kept watching it. And she was like, I feel like this is a movie that people said was bad because like one guy said it was bad and everyone believed them. And I was like, yeah, and she was like, yeah, no, because it's like pretty good. And I was like, yeah, I mean, like you might be right. Just like,
yeah,
it's really interesting. You got like a
you
cool
were
perspective.
diplomating your way. Yeah, I got you.
We got open relations with New Zealand.
Young man went for it.
As long as communication was happening, I
Uh-huh.
thought that was good for diplomacy.
That's fair.
But I wanted to say about the lady who fucked 1,000 guys.
Oh right. Well, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Is it
I
Bonnie
mean, are you,
Blue?
like-
is her name?
Yeah, I don't know her name. You freak.
She's popping up on all my Christian memes now.
I don't know her
Where
name,
people
but
are
I
like, she needs to find God.
I know the name of like 600 of those guys.
They're all close personal friends.
They're all patrons of the Chinese rocket force.
Oh my God,
That's got to be crazy. I don't know. People were like shitting on her, but it's like, I don't know. Imagine being one of those guys in line, just like, yeah, you're
no, that's. I mean,
checking your phone,
talk about really trying to be first in
taking a
line.
number, yeah,
Ugh.
reading a newspaper. Like, I
Hang
don't
on,
know.
are they all finishing?
I mean, I hope so. No, I don't hope so. Actually, I don't know why I said that. No.
Yeah.
I hope it's like a one pumping out. I mean, how else would you fit 1,000 in the one day?
You know what? I don't know.
Yeah.
Of all the logistical things I've thought about.
But listen, a man can be quick if he needs to be.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, you got 2 minutes. You could probably.
Yeah, but
probably make
that's
that
got to
work.
be like an insane level of dude.
No, I'm kidding.
Would you do it? Hang on.
Would I
like,
do it?
Yeah.
No. I mean, if I'm one of the early numbers, maybe. If I'm in the single digits, for sure.
Damn, dog. Even 9? 9's deep, dude. 9's deep.
9 is rough.
9's deep.
I don't know. We got
I don't
to.
know.
What time of the day is
like,
it?
I've never been.
How far am I driving out
Listen,
to do it?
I like to say I'm open to a lot of things, but like if I sit on a gym toilet seat or a public toilet seat and it's still warm, I'm like, ugh. Well, imagine if you were up all in there and you're like, this is warmer than normal.
Yeah. Well, are we wrapping it up? Or are the guys wrapping it up?
Oh God, I hope so.
Okay. All right. If we're wrapping it up, 9 max.
All right.
I do think, I don't know. It's like I don't want to be the guy who like shames a woman for the body count or whatever.
No,
that being
but
said, I would
I
say
don't know,
like,
man. This is
if
like,
I was her, dude, if I was her father, I would kind of be like,
we got a chat. Maybe a
4
talk.
digits?
A talk.
Like, really? 4 digits, huh? Okay. All right. I don't know if you needed that many.
That's so much load.
Like, oh, that's my sweet baby. I remember her 8th birthday, but no, that's cool.
I
mean,
glad
you're making something of yourself.
Like, legitimately, man. That. Okay, I don't know where the line is between like, hey, don't shame somebody and be like, but we gotta set some kind of like, what the fuck.
I think there's a difference between shaming somebody and just kind of going.
Okay, so I'm dead ass. She does like a bunch of like Christian, I guess reels makers or like content creators.
Sure, yeah.
They'll do what's the thing where you like you butt into a video at like
A stitch.
A stitch.
Yeah.
All right, so I can get a lot of these stitches from the bros being like she needs to find, like, baby girl needs to find Jesus, and be like, she probably tried to do something with Jesus, let me tell you. Get down on. But what's nuts is like, oh, dude, I saw this video where she just talks about how she likes barely legal boys, and she's like going after 18-year-olds, and it's just kind of like, I don't know, man. It's like the Stacy's mom fantasy, but then also like a lizard person.
She's not that old though, is she?
No, but she claims to be 25. She's probably 25. I don't know, but she does look. I mean, dog.
She's younger.
You
than
don't.
me.
You
That's
don't
crazy.
run through 1,000 weens in a day and still look in your 20s.
No,
She's
no.
looking. She's looking.
She looks like that kid at the end of Come and See.
Yeah, dude. She's like Benjamin buttoned up into like she's looking old, dog.
Look how much this war aged there.
I mean, I don't
She
think.
looks like Obama at the end of the 8
I mean,
years.
when you're genetically battling that much sauce, like, you're throwing a lot at the DNA and telomeres.
Yeah, that's why all these 18-year-olds are like, cougar.
yeah.
You know?
Like, oh my God, get a load of this MILF. She's like, actually, I'm 25. Like, oh my
Dude,
God.
she's got teeth knocked
Yeah,
out.
she's fucking
I'm 25, actually.
skating out of the penalty box.
I'm 25 years old.
Oh my God, dude. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not here to kink shame. I'm not.
No, who cares, dude?
Wow.
I think she's the final boss for that. You know that guy who has that podcast? Where
I can't say, but I gotta get this off.
Slur alert!
Just lined up, dude. Those
Just
boys,
like
those boys would love.
just like 890 phasons.
When you need like 1,000 bros ready to bust in 2 pumps. I was like, dog, talk about a Darjeeling limited train. I was trying to think of like, yo, who can bust that quick? And I was like, dog, I know who, it's the guys doing this.
A little Cumdog Millionaire.
I might have to slur alert myself there. But it's like, damn, dude, like those bros are out at nightclubs just fucking rock hard. They're just dancing like this. Have you ever been to a nightclub and you just see bros dancing where they're fucking hard and they're just like thrusting at the air like a chihuahua?
Those guys would be the perfect fellas for that setup because they wouldn't care that they're in a line with 999 other guys.
Dude.
They'd be high-fiving each other like,
They-
yeah, bro.
'cause
Yeah,
they're
bro,
like,
we're in the same place.
all right.
You know?
I'm not going to say they're all phase-ons, but
You're not going to say that.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I said I'm not going to say
I know
that.
you're not
Yeah.
going to. I will.
Ooh.
And I
That's-
have. I have and I will.
Did she do the 1,000 already?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think she did. Yeah.
That's
why she's a household name already.
That's fucking nuts.
I mean, do you even get to be
That's
in like the Guinness
That's
book?
a lot of nut, actually.
It's tons of nuts.
Tons of nuts.
Definitely upwards of 500 at least.
It's 2,000 balls. That's a lot.
Oh God, we say it like that. Oof.
It's so many balls. It's an incredible amount of testicle. You probably fill a room.
Yeah, even more impressive if you use the testicle numbers. Really.
Oh man. Oh, wild stuff.
Yeah.
That
no.
can't. There's no way the vetting process is all the way bulletproof. No way.
Yeah, you did a background check on all 1,000
I
guys.
was like, dog, I don't think you could get a governor to have that amount
I
of
can only imagine her
resources.
like, by the time she's like a guy like 720 and the door opens and a guy walks and she's like, oh, we let you in?
Yeah, well, that or just imagine
How'd
like
you
what
get
if
in here?
like
Do they have name tags like they're at a festival?
yeah, I'm sure they have dog tags. Dog tags, dude. But imagine, like,
DAWG
the
tags.
fucking smell after a while.
Yeah.
All your other senses are gonna shut down.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh,
Yeah.
good Lord.
You're disgusted, but
No,
I'm kidding. I'm
I think disgusted is not quite it. Like if I back down a couple of tiers of like thought process,
Yeah.
I'm enamored.
I'm enamored.
I'm legitimately
Yeah.
shocked. I'm enamored, and then maybe disgusted.
I admire the resilience to some extent, the same way that I admire the resilience of anybody.
Well, it's also like I don't know, man. It's at what point are you really kind of like dehumanizing sex? Is that it?
I'd say before you crack the 3 digits, probably.
Yeah, probably around number 9.
By the time you start forgetting their names, I'd say you've dehumanized
there's no
it.
way. I remember there's a clip. She's like, I remember like 1 or 2 faces. The one gal that did 100 legitimately like talks about having PTSD or like like part of it wasn't awesome.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, yeah, you probably went into that like every Civil War boy that was like, I'm gonna go on an adventure. I'm like, you're gonna end up. That's a nightmare.
Meanwhile, out of those 100 guys, like 17 of them were like,
Dude,
"It was the best day of my life."
Okay,
The first 17 were like, "That ruled."
That was that little gal. Oh boy, that was that grown woman's. That was her Pickett's charge.
Yeah.
A full no, not even a company, full division of load.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
Full division of load.
Dude, you
That should've
imagine
been the name of the
General Pickett was
podcast.
like, you 1,000 men all have to come on this one lady. Be like, hold on now.
We ain't all gonna make it out here alive.
That's insane to think about it in company strength.
Yeah,
A company's like 100 bros.
Yeah.
You had 10 companies.
Yeah.
Bad company. bad company.
Bad company. Come until I die.
Oh my God. Evil woman.
Yeah. I do think she should go on that podcast. It's like that
If she was on Guys We Fucked, that'd be hilarious.
that'd be awesome.
The other 2 hosts got to sit there and just listen to her rattle off.
She could
all
start her
1,000.
own podcast called Guys I've Fucked.
How? Yeah.
And it would take her, the whole series would be one day.
she could do one guy she fucked. That's one podcast a day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But there's not
insane.
enough to say about one of those guys.
Oh, wait, every ween a little bit different.
Yeah, but out of those 1,000, do you think she remembers?
Oh, God, every time we say it out loud, it's
Every
so
time we put
rough,
the number
dude.
up, yeah.
She had sex with a whole small town.
That's crazy. Sometimes I'm
Can you
like,
imagine?
sometimes I'm like counting down a minute, and I get impatient,
Yeah,
and that's 60 seconds.
yeah, that's
and I
crazy.
think 60 takes forever sometimes.
All right, I'm gonna leave it at this. You were in Janesville, Wisconsin.
Well, the point. Yes,
Because
I
there was
in
like
Janesville.
population 1,012 people.
Yeah.
So like the whole town showed up to fuck her one day. That's insane.
Yeah, they named Janesville after the lady.
Yeah. Sweet Jane.
Jane. Jane, you're playing a game. Anyway, I do think that she should go on that podcasts. It's like the guy, you know, that guy who has on like 10 OnlyFans models and just calls them sluts for an hour. Do you know that guy?
I do. It
rules.
It's the Whatever podcast.
Is that what it's called?
It's called the.
It's like he just has on a bunch of OnlyFans ladies, and he's just like, "You're all whores."
It's
always
over. It's like 9. Yeah, it's always 9 OnlyFans models. They're all 19. They
9v1, brother.
They have no idea what, like, you know, and it's just the same question every time. He's like, "Are you saving your money because this won't last? Are you saving your money because your looks don't last?" And that's every episode. And then they go, actually, I'm like a 10, so I'm saving like some of it. But I probably don't need to save it because I'm gonna be rich forever. He goes, actually, you're not gonna be rich forever, and and then a guy with real money isn't gonna want you because you're a dirty tramp. And then they argue.
Yeah,
I've watched.
It's like obviously they're.
He's got like a 7 on his flannel that he goes, "Watch next week's podcast, and I'll tell you what the button means." I'm like,
no, it's like the guy. I mean, hey, if it gets clicks, it probably gets guys with hate boners watching, but it's probably
Honer Bros.
Yeah, it's just Jake Ford watching the podcast.
Come on, dude. Just because it's true. Don't throw our boy.
I'm not throwing Jake Ford.
Throw him a bone,
brother.
not under the bus.
It's fine. But I do think that what's wrong? Like, everything he's saying is like, it's logically true, right? But at the same time, who cares? Like, you know what you could be doing instead of lecturing those 9 beautiful 19-year-old ladies? You could be having sex with all of them instead.
Not that guy. The only way that guy talks to them is be like, "You want to be on my podcast where I tell you what you're doing wrong?" And I go, only if I can tell you.
Is he not a good-looking guy?
He's I don't know. I mean, he's not ugly.
Sure. But he thinks more about finances than he does anything else.
No, I think he grooms.
He puts more.
I'll tell you what, he definitely grooms himself more than I do.
Yeah.
So I'm not here to judge. After being told I'm uglier than Charlie Kirk, which I'm gonna. The one thing I would debate with Charlie Kirk is that I do look better than him.
Yeah. No, here's the thing. At the end of the day, Charlie Kirk might be right about everything. But objectively, we are better looking men than he is.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've saw more clips of him. He's got like meth mouth.
Yeah.
I think he's on too much Adderall or whatever because he does like that jaw thing.
Destiny does that same thing.
Well, so I looked into it though, because like, you know, we were getting called out, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna look into this.
I'm gonna research more about looking at this guy's face.
Well, I was like, why does his fucking jaw do that? And I'm like, oh, it's like it's an amphetamine like side effect.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not good, brother.
Yeah.
Like, maybe dial back the meds, get right with God. And,
is it really amphetamines? Is he admitted to that?
I'm not gonna hurt the Charlie Kirk fans' feelings again, but it's just like, so that like receded jaw with the twitch.
Yeah.
Cause he was always a weird looking dude.
Yeah.
But that like specifically,
now he looks like Louise from Bob's Burgers.
Well, he's like overbiting himself even more. Like his top teeth are gonna eat his chin.
Yeah.
And but no, I looked into it, and that's a side effect of like over amphetamine use.
Yeah. Well, it really sucks because he's got a lot of good ideas. So
if he chilled out on all the meth pills.
Yeah, Charlie, don't ruin your mouth. How else are we gonna hear all the good stuff you got to say?
Burning those lips.
You can't Stephen Hawking out there that you hate trans people
That'd
all the time.
That'd be crazy if there was like a hate-filled Stephen Hawking character.
that would rule.
just Could you imagine trying to?
You can always tell.
Just aggressively trying to type hate speech with your eyes, just darting around that keyboard that you got to look at, like FUCKINGN, and then it just fucking cuts off.
Yeah.
Too many. It's like, oh Jesus, man.
It's like, you can always tell if they're a man.
Yeah, good God.
I can always tell. Just imagine being at that point in your life and you like still care about like other people, like you care about hating people.
Oh, you know? Yeah, being Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, it's like, dog, your body doesn't work. What are you?
No.
What are you doing?
Talk about a notorious fuckboy though.
Yeah,
that guy
still a pervert
from the chair, dude.
Still a huge pervert.
That's
from
awesome.
The chair.
I do love that.
Yeah.
That he's like,
he was a pedophile.
two
though,
things still
kinda.
work: my brain and my penis. And let me tell you something. It's real hard to suck on my brain. Clip it.
Flip it, baby.
Flip it.
I'm gonna keep all the Charlie Kirk and stuff, so we we piss off more people.
Yeah, that's 2 clips.
That's two. Yeah, that's we probably just ran
clips.
through.
We Sam
we ran
it
through 2
earlier.
clips.
What?
We ran through 2 clips
Yeah,
just now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Only 998 more.
This is what happens when we get a conjugal. It was an overly sexed up pod, but I'm letting my freak flag fly again.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say some boats I'm letting pass by. Dude, Osama straight up came up to me last night. I thought a lady was being nice, and he goes, "No." And I'm like, "What?" And he said it to like her and me. He goes, "Absolutely not." and like normally I'd be upset of a potential cock blocking, but he came at me with such like
Cock blocking.
yeah,
Is
but
that an M. Night Shyamalan movie?
yeah, dude, it's where you don't fuck.
The twist ending is you don't fuck.
You don't fuck. No, he did just Osama,
You weren't fucking the whole time.
Dude, I love it. He comes up, he's eating popcorn, he sees who I'm talking to, and he just goes, "This is my friend Lou." And she goes, "Oh," and I saw something was going on between them, and then she just goes, "So should I not?" And he goes, "No, you should not." And then he looks at me and he goes, "Lou, no." In front of her. And
That's
I was like,
awesome.
again, I normally it'd be like, dude, what the fuck? But
Yeah.
instead I was like, man, never has Osama felt more like a sheep herder, like keeping a wolf at bay.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm just walking around the streets of West Hazard being like, wow, these people are nice.
He was like Pa Kent telling young Superman not to save those kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like let me
Let
me die in the tornado.
Lou, stay gold.
I like how you make
Stay
you
gold.
really make Ghost to sound like a Bond villain in the story.
Dude, he does. Have you talked to him
No.
lately?
He's petting a cat.
Yeah. I was
I've talked to us lately.
By the way, I've been thinking about 9/11 way too much.
Yeah.
Speaking of
every day, brother.
Every day, dude. Never forget.
Crack of dawn.
You know what I think the craziest thing about 9/11 is now that we're like we're way far out
Yeah, yeah,
is between planes,
yeah.
between buildings. There was like a good 20 minutes or however long that they were actively reporting like, "Duh, maybe it was an accident."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Damn, dude, for real?"
Yeah.
That blows my mind that for 20 minutes some people are like, maybe you didn't see it. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah, maybe you got confused.
Yeah, but the fact that
Maybe
it
he
took-
was getting
dude,
airhead.
the fact that it took this second plane for the whole country to be like, no, I don't think that first one was an accident.
Well,
That's how lovable America is.
Here's what I think.
That's how much we go like, maybe a professional pilot
Yeah.
just fucking goofed.
What's even more insane is the idea that for 10 seconds after the second plane, America was going 2 accidents
yeah.
in one day.
And then Mark Wahlberg was like, wait, what?
I just stopped one of them.
Only one tragedy. Knowing Mark Wahlberg, he would have been on the one that went down in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And
He would have
probably
made sure
fucking
it
it up
hit
like
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he'd be like, hey, whoa, let me in there now. He's the reason that one crashed.
Yeah.
Two guys that actually know how to fly took over. He goes, oh, actually, let me fly.
I was in Four Brothers.
Yeah. He causes that one to crash.
Mark Wahlberg, no. Imagine those are your last words.
Oh my god! It still could be. that could still be my last words.
There was one guy whose last words were, Mark Wahlberg, no! Mark Wahlberg, no!
Oh no!
No, he can still talk. No, Mark Wahlberg!
I can't. I used my one yellow ticket today. I don't have any more.
Speaking of,
you pay me on Chinese Rocket Force with one yellow ticket.
that could be a Patreon theory. I give out yellow tickets.
Yellow tickets.
There we go. $1,000 a month.
And then when somebody uses one without one, we can play the Indiana Jones no ticket and they cancel them. Oh.
Speaking of accents, when I was in Janesville at the Badgerland Comedy Fest,
Shout out Badgerland.
Shout out Comedy Cabin. There was this late show. Friday night I was opening for Neil Rubenstein, and then after us there was a late show at 9:30, and there were there was this one guy who went up, and it was a little bit of a rougher show. There were less people there, and this guy goes up and he's like a Latina guy, and he goes up there talking normal, right?
Yeah.
Just like me right now. And then he's not doing very well. And then 3-4 minutes into his set, he just slowly slips into going, and then he went like this way, like
No way.
full
He
on
code switched in front of a crowd.
code switching in front of the same people.
That's
Just like, oh, this is a local homie. And I
Did
was
it
like,
work?
Huh? And I was looking around. I leaned over to Neil. I'm like, am I crazy? Did he not have an accent when he started? And he was like, no, he slipped into it. And the best part, did it work? And no.
Okay, cool.
No,
All right.
no. He just bombed with an accent after that.
Yeah, that's crazy to actively code switch and gaslight in the same maneuver. That's like, dude, that's like
It's so
trying
sick to break in case of a bombing.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
was gonna
just
say, imagine doing a
Mexican
pit maneuver,
accent.
but instead you just T-bone a car full of children. That's what he did. What are you doing, pal?
Oh.
Like, oh, this will get him.
You
Like,
can tell every now and then he kind of thought this is a bad idea, so he kind of slipped back into like. And so anyway, I was paying my taxes. Taxes are local,
that's
eh?
even crazier. That's
Yeah.
crazier.
No, it was
To code
fucking
switch
insane.
back and forth is actually insane.
Yeah, yeah.
In front of the
One could say maybe his thing was like when he got really excitable, the accent would come out.
All right, that's
If
that's
you wanted
fair.
to make that defense, but it was just so apparent. I was like, I don't know.
I was gonna say I don't know the man, so I'd go to bat
Yeah.
for him right now. And be
Sure.
like, sure, man.
I know it's just like
You know how excitable they can be.
it's like how my grandma, like when she gets really mad, she starts speaking Thai. You know?
Yeah. That makes
Like
sense.
I could see that happening. It's like when he starts bombing, but he doesn't start speaking Spanish. He just slips into the accent.
Yeah, that's
Which
I don't
is
know.
even better.
That's crazy.
That rocks.
kind of insane.
No, he's my hero.
Right on. We're getting plugging up the butts time, dude. Butt plugs.
Plugging up the butts. You want to go first?
Sure. So this comes out Thursday. So tomorrow and Saturday, I'm at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase with Adam Deggy and Zach Martina. So talk about a real trio. I love those guys. And Zach Martina is filming his special Saturday night at both those shows.
Are you
So
emceeing? Or?
I'm emceeing, yeah.
Okay.
He specifically reached out for me to
Sure,
MC
yeah.
this one, so I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll come home and do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Zach Martina, awesome headliner. He's been a friend, honestly, since I started. I love him. Very funny. Definitely taught me a lot early on, and is still a mentor. So come out to the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase this weekend. See Zach Martina crush. And Adam Deggy is also one of his best friends and a best friend of mine. Good friend, best friend. Tough.
You decide. I don't know.
Good
friend, best
friend.
You decide.
yeah, probably, yeah. But
Comic models.
epic comic battles of friendship. And then let's see, week after next, I'm back in West Hazlet, Chicagoland area on May 7th at the Vixen Theater in somethingburg. I don't know. Just look up the Vixen Theater. It's near Chicago. It's a big old theater. It's actually a dope rock and roll theater space.
Yeah.
I've done it once before. It's a cool show, so I'm psyched to be on that one again. And then tune in next week. I got more shows in May, but I'll plug them then.
I'll be at this weekend. I'm doing nothing. I'm going home to see my parents.
Fuck yeah, that's doing something. Mom and
But
Dad's
unfortunately, because of that, I will not be on Jacob Barr and Friends at the Indy. If you thought I was going to be on that, I'm not. But you can still go. It'll still be a good show. I just won't be there.
Yeah.
And go to Loose Thing.
Yeah, thanks, pal.
with Martina. But on May 10th, I will be at Comedy at the Hue in Lake Odessa, featuring for Ryan Brown. And then I'll just say May 16th, it's a Friday, one night stands. I'm doing a teacher show there. And then, yeah, that's all I'll say for now.
I do. Actually, I want to start plugging this one because it's coming up soon. May 13th, Tuesday, Williamston Theater Show again. The
Ooh.
Billtown Theater. So
Who's on?
Zach Martina, Nick Ladorf, Ja'Cory Hawkins, and Joanna Madronda.
Cool.
So yeah, come on out to that.
What a fucking treat.
It'll be a real good time, and that's a homecoming show at this point. So probably do another kanji, more conjugals.
Yeah.
We can do a kanji. Wait,
out.
Tuesday night's your Tuesday night's your body count night.
What, every Tuesday?
I don't know. You tell me.
No, I can
right.
mix. I can move it around.
Switch up the pooning.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Private pooner. Switch
This
it up.
bad boy's gonna be empty.
No. That's mine.
No, that's yours. You can take it.
No,
if you want.
you just pour it for him and go, this one's from Lou. Just have a picture of me across the apartment and go,
He's a cool guy. You're gonna love
hey,
him.
this guy across the way bought you a drink. You don't have to talk to him, but go ahead and have it. Come with me.
Would you?
Hang on. Wait. Ooh.
Are we done?
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
Honest question.
Yeah.
Let's say you're hitting it off with a girl.
Mhm.
All right. Beautiful woman.
Beautiful.
Everything's going well.
Yeah.
Really into her. Very attractive.
Mhm.
And like last minute, you find out that she's been with me before. Do you call it off? Do you think that's weird?
Oh,
Eskimos with
why
your
would
good
that
buddy?
come up last minute?
Like, what if it's just like
I literally go around now going, excuse me, have you fucked Johnny Moxley?
no. Like, let's say like you bring up like she asks about your comedy career and you mention the podcast. And you're like, oh, this is buddy Johnny Moxley. She goes, oh, Johnny Moxley. I used to date him. I dated him for a while.
Wow.
I dated him long enough. And let's
All right.
say she doesn't say I fucked him, but she says by the amount of time she was dating me, it's very clear that she
All right,
she definitely must have.
This is a psychotic. I'll play ball with
Yeah.
you because this is a psychotic. You're girl scenarioing the shit out of me.
Why?
This is like, if I was a worm, would you still? Because I would know who you fucking dated. Unless it's this New Zealand broad who's a supermodel that.
No,
flies over
you
here.
don't know. I could have dated. I could have dated her for 2 weeks. You know, we went on like a few dates
Not
for 2
at
weeks.
all. You're a lover. All right, I'll play the scenario because
Okay,
this is a
yeah.
Pentagon. What if zombies are real scenario?
Yeah, there's been a handful of girls.
and
you've
then
never
I
known
would
about.
make her scream my name and then have her be like, "Oh my God, you are so much better." Yeah, of course.
You'd send me a video
Yeah,
after.
I'd Ari Shafir it. She'd
Yeah.
be like, "It's thicker, it's better." I don't know.
Yeah.
No, of course not.
Dude, that would.
That's insane. No, I haven't. I have a pretty good record of actually turning down.
Traced over puss.
No, I've like some of my buddies' exes that were like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
dirtbag. What did you say? Traced over?
You've turned down some traced over puss. Yeah,
What the?
yeah.
Yeah, is that a term? I didn't know that term.
I don't know.
That's
we
where
coined
it is
terms
now.
here on Johnny's
Traced
Rock, of
over
course.
puss.
Sean, make the shirt.
traced over puss, dude.
make the custom
Hey, baby.
chastity belt that says traced over puss.
Baby, I can't hit that. Your pussy's got a stencil, and it's my buddy Johnny's penis.
I'll tell you what. If there's a lady who hits the old hat trick of having sex with both me and Lou on separate occasions, we'll make you
What's the hat trick?
we'll make you $100 tier for free.
She also blew Gordie Howe.
No, the hat trick is
It would be Sean.
the hat trick is she listened to Sean talk about the Count of Monte Cristo.
All right, that's fair. Okay. So I want to let you know sincerely.
Yeah.
No, I would not want to Eskimo bro with you.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Out of sincere respect.
I appreciate that.
You know, but
Yeah.
I will say some I've been Eskimo broed on.
Yeah, no, me
And
too.
I was kind of like, hey, what the fuck, man? But then I was like, here's the thing. It's also a brother that was down bad. And
Yeah.
I cannot also
I've
judge a
had
down
people
bad brother.
attempt to Eskimo bro on me, and it hasn't worked out for them.
What do you mean?
Which is pretty
Oh,
sick.
that's fucking psychotic behavior. That's headhunting.
Like I've had people. What I'm saying
They were
is,
like, I'm gonna get that too.
yeah, then
No,
they don't.
that's
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Because here's the thing.
I've seen it in action.
The only times I know I've been Eskimo broed on,
Yeah,
it was a brother that was down bad.
yeah.
And he got consensually fucked on. Thank the Lord.
Yep.
All right, because that's what we're about here. Because let's not get that twisted. We
Right.
joke a lot.
Yep.
My moment of sincerity coming in the post show here. Boys are down for getting that consent, baby. I don't know why you laughed. Okay, I'll put the pieces of the glass back up on the moment of sincerity. Johnny's down for just casual. All right, well, we know who's fucking. Oh God! In the future, when they're gonna be like, "Did you know your friend was a monster?" I'll be like, "I thought he was joking."
I'm not a monster. It's fine. Dude.
Johnny Mockney standing in front of hotel doors, making Jacob Barr watch him.
Like, hey, you want to MC at the
Am I
showcase?
still your friend? Would you Eskimo bro on me
No,
if they were super hot?
no, I would not. No, because it would just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, no, out of respect for you, I would not. And it would also kind of like, I don't know. It would sort of like cheapen it because then I got nothing to brag to you about because you've been there, you know?
All right,
like,
I feel like that's the real reason. And then
no, that's the second reason.
it seems it's
That's the reason
51.49%. Then the majority shareholders like, I'm here for respect, but the rest of the boardroom's like, yeah, we can't flex on him, man.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
That's fine. No, you're
Hey,
right.
the reason doesn't matter as much as the outcome. That's what I always
all
say.
right, that's fair. Do we have any dummy gunner questions?
Oh, let me check. I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I try to keep on with that, but in lieu of the dummy gunning, I guess the goon platoon, not nobody's. What would be the GUI equivalent of fragging an officer? Would you bust an officer?
Yeah. I think that would have to be it.
Yeah. No. So you being LT Mock, the mock jock of the Muck gang. Mockney's Muckers.
Mockney's Muckers.
It's the goon platoon.
That's
going to
be the name of the podcast after you get canceled.
Mockney's Muckers.
Yeah.
What am I? Would I get canceled for what? Talking about the bros?
You said a lot of stuff about the Indians.
I didn't say shit about them. I acknowledge that this is stolen land.
Oh, hey, there is one more question, and I already answered it, which is either of the Rocket Commanders going to be around for Jacob Barr and his friends at the Indy on May 3rd?
Which one of the dummy gunners?
Ian?
Yeah. You trying to make a new colloquialism? I do like Rocket Commander, though.
That's not bad. Yeah, I like
RCs?
that. So to answer your question, Ian, no, I will be in Columbus, Ohio, and you will be at the Ann Arbor Comedy
I'll be at the
Showcase.
showcase.
But still go.
Yeah.
Support Jacob.
Go, I was going to say, go support some live
I did
comedy.
feel bad because I think I verbally gave Jacob the okay that I could do it, and then I never wrote it down. So then after I made plans to see my parents, he texted me like a few weeks ago and was like, hey, can you still do that? And I was like, brother.
I was absolutely devastated. I didn't even get the invite.
Oh. Hey, that's okay. I'll tell you something pretty devastating off air. Pretty quick.
All right, let's pee breaks.
Yeah, pee breaks.
All right, pee breaks.
Sounds good.
Pee
Bye, everybody.
Patreon, everybody.
Yeah, join the Patreon.
Yeah, join the Patreon.
30 more
It's
minutes.
a lot of fun. If you thought we were wild here,
Get ready, brother.
Wait to see who's spilling water on Gizmo. Gremlins.
That is a spicy podcast.
Bunch of slap-jawed
Chinese.
rocket.